Merrick's murder has been identified and the Dark Brethren's secrets laid bare. It's time to delve into all of the lore. Alrighty, so it goes without saying that this video is containing major spoilers for the whole adventure. This adventure is the absolute best one yet, and it contains so much juicy lore. So without further ado, let's just dive into it. I'm going to give you a chance to click off it now. Alright, so then, as seen by the title and at the start of the video, the murderer is Aramanta. I was correct if you've seen my previous videos, which is why I had spoiler warnings in those, because I was pretty damn sure with that theory. So then, let's cover the basis. How did Merrick die? Well, through the journals, we learn that Aramanta lured Merrick away. She pretended to be Belle, a friend, something like that. And then, that's where Aramanta killed Merrick. So then, let's go around this whole adventure. What really happened? So, Aramanta is working for the Dark Brethren, obviously. The Dark Brethren, after a pirate's life, after all of that shenanigans happened, were trapped in the Sea of the Damned. And now we know from this cutscene...
The fisherman is dead, but I'm not safe here. Time to keep your end of our bargain.
Patience, sister. Our phantoms are waiting for you. But be sure to conceal my instructions. You must not be followed.
That the Box of Wondrous Secrets is a way to communicate with the Sea of the Damned, a way to see in there. So she's been communicating with the trapped Dark Brethren, helping them with their escape. This also kind of explains why it sent Stitchy Jim mad. The Sea of the Damned is a very complicated and mysterious place. It really would send someone insane looking into that. It all makes perfect sense. So then, after we meet with Belle for the first time, and then we investigate where Aramanta went to the hideout, we then get tasked with reclaiming the rest of the pages of her journal, which sends us to two islands, Sailor's Bounty and Sandy Shallows. Here, both have very interesting lore stuff. On Sailor's Bounty, we see that the Dark Brethren Phantoms have reclaimed a trident from the treasury of the sunken shores. Just to add on to this Phantom bit, it's said in the journals that the Dark Brethren, all their time spent in the Sea of the Damned, have managed to recruit many Phantoms, so it certainly does seem that the Dark Brethren are back and more dangerous than ever before. Anyways, back to Sailor's Bounty, we see that they've reclaimed a trident, and that they're planning to use this for something, and there's one more relic, reclaimed from the Coral Fortress. This we see on the Sandy Shallows. So as you know, if you played the adventure, this is the skull of the Gold Hoarder. Absolutely insane. He's been retrieved from the Coral Fortress, his corpse after obviously sadly dying in the Dark Brethren, and they're going to merge them together, which we'll talk about a bit later on. But the biggest piece of lore here explains why the Gold Hoarder went mad. If you don't know, when the Gold Hoarder went to Tribute Peak, aka Rathbone at the time, to investigate a brand new hoard, he took as much gold as he could on his sloop, but then he was met by Captain Ellie Slate and Mercia, part of Ramsay's crew, where they confronted him, and because of all the treasure on his boat, the boat sank and they did not help him. But due to the Gold Hoarder's lust for gold and the treasure being cursed, it turned him into a skeleton lord and resided him at Tribute Peak. When Ramsay went to visit him a bit later on, aka the Pirate Lord, he wasn't mad. However, what did make him mad was what he put in his skull. The two gems. We learn that these are twin veil stones used to peer into other worlds at the countless treasures in the Gold Hoarder's eyes. So it is no wonder he went insane peering into that amount of gold for that amount of time. This does mean now that the legend of the Veil of the Ancients, is not complete. Some people think it can house 6 stones, but now it's looking likely it can house 5, as per the image in the main menu that I talked about many a month ago when I first saw it. Absolutely massive lore reveal. So then, Aramanta then visits Cannon Cove, and the Reaper Phantoms capture Madame Olga from Golden Sands to perform the ritual to merge the Gold Hoarder's skull and the trident. Why do they want to do this? Their motives? Well, we're about to find out. Anyways, they do this, and now they have the trident, and they do try to scare Wanda with an O. Something worth noting is that Wanda, with an A, and Aramanta refer to each other as sister. I'm not quite sure if they are actually sisters or not. It's not clear, it could just be a nickname or whatever. However, what Aramanta does say though is that if you remember all the way back to Vault of the Forgotten, everyone questioned why Wanda didn't feature in that. She was in the cinematic trailer at the end. Well, Aramanta mentions that she convinced Wanda to call off the attack. She convinced Wanda to not save her sister, and she said she's widened the gulf between the two sisters, and that she's not going to let a little family reunion get in the way of her spot at the Dark Brethren. The other thing I didn't mention earlier is quickly going back to the box of Wondrous Secrets. The other really interesting thing about it is that she mentions in her journals that the reason that she is able to communicate with them is because the veil was weakened by ghost ships, soul flame captains, and all that kind of stuff. So before this wasn't possible, you weren't able to communicate, only able to see. But due to all of the spectral activity in the Sea of Thieves, the veil has been weakened enough so that she can communicate. Now then, moving on to the final cutscene, the big lore stuff right at the end. I think it's only right that we play the cutscene first before talking about it. So here goes. If you haven't played the adventure yet and for some reason you've still watched this video, you really don't want to see this. You want to experience it for yourself, so I'd recommend clicking off if you haven't played the adventure yet. Still here? Alright, here goes. Let's see what happens at the end.
Pirates. Always turning up where they're not wanted. I was sure I couldn't be followed. I suppose I don't need this anymore. I've been a wanted woman ever since DeMarco died. Nobody would believe I had nothing to do with it. I lost everything.
So, you decided Merrick had to pay for your mistakes?
Ha! Merrick's miserable life in exchange for a chance to start over. Somewhere my talents will finally be appreciated. It was an easy choice. Besides, there's still a lot we can learn from him.
But you killed him! His soul is lost to us!
Not lost, delivered to the Dark Brethren. If you have anything to say to him, Sea Hag, now's the time.
Merrick!
Don't worry about me, Bill. I can hold me son. I won't tell him nothing.
Time to say goodbye to this dreary old place. Now that I've completed this stuff, we can move between the worlds as we please.
You can't hide from me. The Sea of the Damned is my domain.
Not for long. Haven't you heard? I always take the winning side.
Merrick knows more than he realizes. We can't leave him to the Dark Brethren. I just need to find out where they're keeping him. Not to mention that scepter. Amaranta may think she's won, but this is very far from over.
There we are, what a cutscene that was. Honestly tall tale worthy, making this adventure the best one yet. So then, using the power of the Veil Stones in the Gold Hoarder's eyes, she is able to transport herself to and from the Sea of the Damned, to bring the rest of the Dark Brethren back after they're done with Merrick. Aside from this, we see Merrick is indeed there, and what made this cutscene so special is the amount of characters that are talking to one another. It's interesting that DeMarco being dead was referenced in this, because obviously she was a suspect, so it's nice to see that they're going to add in things that the community are believing. Just like in the Shrouded Deep trailer, Merrick said, telling me what doesn't exist, because many of the community don't believe the Shrouded Ghost exactly exists. Then here we are. Merrick is trapped in the Sea of the Damned, and we're trying to find a way of rescuing him. It's all getting really exciting, and Aramanta is now officially part of the Dark Brethren, become a more relevant character. The other thing to mention is that Bell says that Merrick knows more than he realises. I wonder what this could mean, but Merrick obviously knows some information that the Dark Brethren need to know, or want to know at least. I genuinely can't wait for the next adventure, The Hunter's Cry. Hopefully we'll be going to rescue him, it seems like. It's all going to be very, very exciting. And after this cutscene ends, do you notice that Belle just well she quite literally dips.
Very far from over.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Anyways, this does just about bring us to the end of the video. Let me know what you think of this down in the comments below. This adventure has been the absolute best one yet. I can't wait to see what's in store for us in Season 7 and the next adventure. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please do consider leaving a like. It helps me out an absolute ton. And subscribe to stay up to date with all the latest Sea of Thieves news as and when it comes out. And why not hit the bell as well? And if you really do want to go the extra mile, you can become a channel member for just a small fee a month. It really helps me out a ton. And you get loads of cool perks and awesome rewards. But anyways, apart from all that, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.